Hey, what's going on? It's Joey Myers from the Hitting Performance Lab. What's up, Mr. Jayden? We're going to do your baseball hitting analysis here. We're going to analyze your swing. And first off, I want to just show you in slow motion. I've looped one of your better swings towards the end. We hit a ball pretty good, and we'll just look at it on a loop maybe for a couple times here, and then we'll go into it. This is kind of cool, especially if you've never seen it before. And there are some good things here we're working with, so I'm pretty excited about getting started. Let's take a look at one more time. That was a pretty good swing. Alright, so let's back you up to the beginning. Now, first off, we talked about this. This is why foundation is so important, and the 3 steps that we talked about was digging the back foot in first, gathering information so you have your front foot's out. Step 2 is stepping the front foot in by taking the knob of the bat on the thigh, placing the end of the bat on the inside corner of the plate, making sure we're far enough away from the plate and not crowding it. And then the last one, we just talked about your grip and your hands, your hand position, which look pretty good. Grip, obviously our hands are still growing. We don't have our man hands yet. So we just wanted to get into the good habit of where we're putting the handle in our hands. So aside from that, obviously we were looking at our feet, making sure that we get consistent with our feet so our toes are straight ahead. Alright, front foot's not quite as important, but the back foot is. We want to make sure we're not pointing this toe out away from the plate. So that aside, let's take a look at the next step is vision. So let's take a look at your vision. What we do is we stop your swing once the heel touches the ground, because head movement's okay up until that point. So heel touches the ground here. We're going to draw a big circle around your head, and we should see that head stay in that circle the whole time, which you do very well, except at the end there you kind of duck in towards the plate, falls out of the circle. But during this actual swing where it's crucial, which is heel right here, boom, okay, head turns, stays right in that little circle, okay, make contact, then it starts to kind of go down, but very good at the start. Let me erase the circle and take a look at your eyes or your nose. Nose is very important here, and you do a pretty good job. My nose is about right here, looking at the ball. But as we make contact, our nose never comes back. So what should happen is our nose should stay here. If our nose stays here, our eyes will stay here, because our eyes have no choice. Wherever our nose goes, our eyes have to go. So you catch the ball almost out of the corner of your eye, back here. You can see where that ball is. You're making contact, and instead of hitting it with the nose glued right on your target. This is the idea. We'll work on this on our next meeting, but this is the idea of taking your nose and gluing it to your target in a way that I always talk to my guys about playing video games. You don't play video games out of the corner of one eye. You play video games with both eyes on the screen, and we want to hit the baseball with the same vision, same keen vision. Alright, so vision we'll be talking about. Now the next couple things we're going to talk about, I want you to work on your own at home. I do not want you to work on until we work on it together, but your footwork. Okay, we're going to start getting you a little bit more. We want to unweight this bat a little bit, getting you to gain ground and gain some forward momentum. Very crucial when we're looking at baseball swing analysis is we want to have some forward momentum. And what we're doing is we're really sitting back. We get a little forward momentum with the hips, a little bit. You can see those hips move forward. They go from back over that back leg, which we can create a little bit more, we call it torque, in your back hip by getting this toe to point straight ahead. We have a little bit better base to go from. But as you can see, we gain just a little bit with the hips, and then as you go into your turn, that back hip kind of gets weighted down because this back foot doesn't really move at all. Your front foot moved just a little bit. We'll get it to move a little bit more, but we got to get that back foot to travel with the front leg. Now the hip and torso turn looks pretty good. but we're not. But that back foot is anchoring our hips down. You can see back here that where it's really anchoring us down, and it's causing us to get into almost a reverse C position right here, because we're trying to get forward. We're trying to, your body's trying to pick this back foot up, but you're keeping it down there. So we'll get you to move it a little bit, and then when you land, you'll be in a better, when you land maybe with this foot a little closer to your front foot, you'll land with a little bit better athletic position. Because I guarantee you, if I got in front of you, you got in this position, and I had you hold your bat out in a contact position, and if I could probably throw you around pretty easy. But if we moved your foot up a little bit, turned your heel up, got you into a better athletic position, because his heel's almost down on the ground, you'd be a lot stronger. So you're not very stable in this type of position. So we're definitely going to work on that when we start getting into your footwork. Let me erase this line here. Alright, and then the other thing, reason probably why our lower half is a little bit dysfunctional, is causing us our upper half, that front arm, to bar out. Okay, when we load our hands, we don't load our hands back towards the catcher, we actually load them behind us. We pull them into our armpit, or I also like to call it, we're hiding our hands from the pitcher. So it's like when a boxer throws a hard reverse punch, he pulls his hand back where you can almost see his back, his whole back, and then that hand stays in nice and close to the shoulders. You can see these hands are coming away from the body, which is causing this front arm to bar or straighten out, and this slows down our bat speed. And you'll see right here we're swinging with a nice stiff arm, which is causing slower bat speed, as you can see there. Then at a contact, we're almost fully straightened out with the front arm and almost even the back arm. We're not getting much of a bend there, which I'd like to see us get a little later when we're working on your mechanics. But other than that, looks pretty good. We're going to start fooling around with your shoulder angles, getting your shoulder angles into a better position will actually help fix this arm bar, and that forward moment is going to help your body and your torso help to turn much more efficiently. But overall, man, looks good. You've been working hard, and it shows. We just got a little bit to clean up. You're still super young, so we got lots of time to work on this. But remember, it's all about putting the work in. If you don't put the work in, you're not going to get the results, and your frustration levels are going to last longer. And frustration sucks, as we talked about on this day, is you want to shorten your learning curve and shorten the amount of time that you got to stay in the frustrated and struggling zone. But other than that, man, looking forward to our next meeting. Keep working hard, brother.